This is Thomas Kincaid. It is time for the closing remarks for this debate. Ms. Clinton, you're up first.
As your president, I, Hillary Rodham Clinton, will guarantee that no clitoris in the United States of America will be removed in order to prevent you from having an orgasm. My candidate right across me would like to argue about penis sizes rather than foreign policy. Well, I, as your president, will say that I will not argue about dicks, but I will argue about the broken ones and address those broken dicks out there that need aid and that
Ms. Clinton, I must remind you, please do not cry behind the podium.
It's just those broken dicks out there that I am so emotional about, and Mr. Trump does not care.
Can I go now, please, sir?
Okay, Mr. Trump, you will have your chance. Ms. Clinton, finish, please.
As your president, there will be no clits removed. There will be no broken dicks. All genitalia will be treated with the utmost respect. Thank you. God bless you. God bless America. God bless my Pluto.
Mr. Trump, now it's your turn.
Now, this is what you guys came here for, okay? To hear me. First off, I gotta address what this bitch just said. What the fluck is a clitoris, okay? I said fluck. That's a new word, okay? What is a clitoris? I hear about this shit all the fucking time. Women always been telling me about it. Donald, you don't know what a clit is. Donald, you're fucking stupid. Donald, you don't know what you're doing with your fucking dick. People say all kinds of shit to me, okay? But trust me, I know how to please a woman. That's all I gotta say, okay? As your president, I just gotta say, if you're a dude, your dick will not be broken, all right? You will not have any broken dicks. We're talking about penises here. We're not talking about clits, vaginas, pussy, whatever the fuck. Black Lives Matter. Okay, who get? Nobody cares about
I have this document right here that states that you
It is not your time to talk, bitch. It's mine, okay?
Every
Look,
dick in
you guys need to vote for me. I'm the fucking best, okay? No one will need to know about clitoris again, okay? In fact, we'll get rid of clitorises. I'll figure out how to get rid of the clits. You just vote for me, okay? That's step one.
You're listening to the Double D's podcast.
I'm Dom.
I'm due respect.
He's got a great set of tits.
I get so angry thinking about this kid.
Because that's what most people are bitching about.
To New York, you know what I mean? We like to eat out here, you know?
You gotta stop looking at interacting with people online as a cheap date. My father used to drink.
Get the fuck away from me. Hold on.
I come a lot, by the way.
You're doing the rap stuff.
If you didn't say it, somebody in the comment section would have said it.
It's like how you feel when you're having a paranoid high.
That's a dynamic connection right there. You're listening to Double D's.
I'm Dom.
I'm due respect. Folks, the Double D's podcast has pretty much been out for about 3 weeks now. It is in the description below. What is the Double D's podcast?
Skitcast.
Why do I always do that?
Skitcast.
What is the Double D Skitcast? The Double D Skitcast is an assortment of audio sketches created by myself and Mr. Rabrun. It
Skitcast.
is a skitcast, and it you fuck. It is available in the description below on Amazon. It is available on iTunes, and it is available on Google Play. So the Double D Skitcast for the low price of $9.99 is available. Please get it.
It's really good, y'all, and thank you for continuing to send me messages and tell me about how Cowboy destroyed Quack in the rap battle.
What is this? What is this that you keep?
Thank you guys for just. I just want the world to know. I mean, it was a great battle, but I mean, clearly one person was the victor. I'm just saying, our boy Cowboy came through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I also want to thank you guys for what you've been saying about me on my social media. You guys been coming through and showing your support.
Cowboy, look. Okay, so on the Skitcast, we obviously have Anthony Fantano reviewing your Baked Beans album.
Look, man, he said some not good things about me, man.
Yeah.
I
listen
to
so good.
Fantano. I watch Fantano's videos all the time, man. Mm-hmm. And how could he say that about me?
Well, I heard Baked Beans, okay? Coyote Blues 1, right? Coyote Blues 2, and Coyote Blues 3 were 1-minute tracks that you decided to separate. Why is that?
Listen, man. Look, you're not an artist, so you don't understand what it's like to have an idea, and it came to fruition in my album. Okay, I wanted it to be that way, and fuck anyone who says I made a mistake. I did not. It was intentional.
It was intentional. Did you mix this album yourself?
No. My cousin Tyreek did.
Did you pay him for it?
In some beans.
Cowboy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Baked Beans. Baked Beans is it's a concept album. I gotta say it's not my favorite, but you gotta get the Skitcast if you want to know what Fantano thought about Baked Beans. It's a real special project, Baked Beans. That's all I gotta say about that shit. So we gotta address something right now. Last episode, you came up with the concept of a supergroup.
Yes.
Which included B.O.B, Cudi, and our boy Hopsin.
Yes.
And we asked you guys to tell us what the name of the supergroup would be, and we had a contest. Or we're having a contest right now. And we narrowed it down to the top two. We each chose our champion. And right now, we're going to pretty much debate our case for which one should be the best. And we'll decide. And one of you is going to get a free drawing, an original drawing of Little Quack from me. So what was yours?
By Mr. Looney 19. His group name was Flat Existential Mind. The Flat Existential Mind.
The one I liked the most, me and Mike, was Preacher and the Flat Plains.
Okay. The Flat Existential Mind, to me, is the best for several reasons. Obviously, you put in a word like existential, and that's something like the three of them, if they came together, they would decide that would be a word that should be in the title. And you had a lot of these guys tried to incorporate components of each artist. And I felt that Looney did the best job because obviously with the Flat Earth, that's B.O.B, Existential, which would be Kid Cudi, because that's what he is. And the mind would be a reference to Hopsin's Ill Mind series. So it's, the Flat Existential Mind. You can even say FEM, Fem. Dude, have you heard Fem? Their album.
The latest Fem.
Yeah.
Yeah, the latest Fem album. I think it works. And it's funny, too. Flat Existential Mind.
It's like the dude, the logo, it's a dude's head. It's just flat as a paper.
Yeah. And he's like, it's so deep, man. You see, I'm so deep because there's just like one plane of my mind. You know what I'm saying? It's just like flat. You feel me?
And we're all standing on it. But I also do want to mention, before you get to yours, somebody did have a very good suggestion. And they said that instead of, I don't know if they said instead of Cudi or instead of someone else, or this person should just be inserted into the group, Charles Hamilton. Absolutely. I could not agree with you more, sir. Charles Hamilton, he's the manager. Maybe that's what he is. I don't know, but he has to be connected to this group somehow.
You got to remind me of who he is.
Charles Hamilton, he had that song Brooklyn Girls. Obsessed with Sonic the Hedgehog. He got punched in the face by a girl during a rap battle on video, which is one of the greatest things that you'll ever see. Charles Hamilton would be a guy that you would fucking die for. You would pay to see him in concert.
No,
you would make vlogs about him. You would have drawn him like 40 times right now. Nah. Yes, you would have. Absolutely.
I don't like Sonic.
But it doesn't matter that you don't like Sonic. It doesn't matter.
How can you tell me it doesn't matter that I don't care about a video game character, sir?
Well, here's why you would like him. You would like him because Charles Hamilton had a theory that everything in life, you see how people have those, what is it, number 42? I believe that's the one that I've heard before.
From Hitchhiker's Guide?
Is that what it is? I don't know where it's from. But you know how people have these numerology things where they think that things are linked to, just like Jewish people in the Torah, whatever the fuck. So, I love how dismissive I was. I don't even know what the fucking Torah is. I just know it's just Jewish people in the Torah or whatever the fuck, I fucking cocksucker. So, Charles Hamilton had a theory that life can be explained through Sonic the Hedgehog or some bizarre thing like that. And you would have been like, you would have been like, I don't like Sonic the Hedgehog, but I love the fact that he has some weird fucking theory that's linked to video games.
Yes, I mean, I would have thought it was very funny. I don't think I would have
you wouldn't
adored
have thought it was funny. You would have examined it.
I would have examined it, yes, but in a way where it's like you're making it sound like I would have been like idealizing it and just being like, oh man, this is so amazing, and this describes me too. Oh my god, I'm just like Sonic as well, man. I just want to go fast in life, you know. Sometimes you just want to go fast, but you can't.
And
No.
Sonic is your Hopsin voice, actually. So it's very funny that you don't like Sonic, but somehow you might be a fan of his. But you see, but that's the thing. It's like you would appreciate, I think, is the wrench that it sort of throws into hip hop. Like, here, hip hop, take that.
So I am a Trump voter of
Yes,
I'd be the Trump
yes,
voter
yes.
of
You are a
hip-hop,
Trump
really.
voter when it's to hip hop. Yes, if hip hop was this country, you're the Trump voter because you like.
I want to destroy.
You like the wild card. Whoa, that's wacky. That's wacky. Here, hip hop guys, take your conventional styles and take this. That's why Kanye is at the top of your fucking hip hop mountain.
Why? Why is he?
Because he is the. Kanye was one, and this is something that's a fair point. Kanye, I believe, is one of the most important artists of all time, one of the top five most important artists, because he brought in the concept of you can be yourself. You can be yourself. You can be your weird self, and still, don't get me wrong, there were people who are authentic, but obviously before there was Eminem, there was Vanilla Ice. Eminem wasn't the first white rapper to be huge. So what I'm saying is that there were other people that were themselves and were their weird selves, but Kanye made it explode.
Right.
So then that's what begetted all these artists that you see now. Like, I would even say, I mean, obviously, you know, people like Chance, you know, people like Mick Jenkins, you know, people
You
that
love him though.
Oh no, I think Mick Jenkins is pound for pound. He's the number one rapper out right now. He's
Whoa, hold on,
pound.
dude. I've never heard you say that. You're putting him above K-Dot?
Wait, no. Wait. Are we gonna sit here and actually we're gonna sit here and actually discuss whether I think that Kendrick is like above everyone? I've never felt that Kendrick is above everyone.
I don't know. And yes, look. I know before you shit on me, I know I'm way out of my element because I my knowledge. I know that.
But it's not. It's not really. But it's not really about that. It's a all a matter of.
It kind
opinion
of
anyway.
is.
It's not
Like, to make a judgment, you do have to kind of know it. As much.
Well, okay, look. The reason why I say that pound for pound he would be, and I haven't heard the healing component yet. The reason why I would say that he's pound for pound better than everyone out there is because he brings the concepts that you would appreciate from Kendrick. It's done with a bit more of an artistic touch. He has a better voice.
But every song is about water, though. Like, he has that one song about how, like, the water stopped working in his building. And he got pissed and he yelled at his mom.
He wasn't able to function without the water. This is why I would prefer him. He's a better packaged Kendrick to me. He's a better packaged Kendrick. I appreciate Kendrick. I love Kendrick. There were a lot of times in Untitled Unmastered. I mean, obviously, I love To Pimp a Butterfly, but, you know, I just want to comment on his recent work. On Untitled Unmastered, where some songs in my mind were sort of ruined because of his high-pitched fascination that he has. You know? I mean, God is... Look, dude, on To Pimp a Butterfly, God is Gangster would have been so fucking good if it wasn't for Mishi do good. Mishi do. Look, I'm not gonna be one of those fucking fans that pretends that I love that shit. I don't love it. I tolerate it because he is he's an immense talent. He is fucking. He's ascended so far behind all these fucking mumble rap motherfuckers. That's not what I mean. I just mean it's just me, Mishi do good. Mishi gonna take care of you. Mishi go.
You sound like a idiot.
But that's what he sounds like. I'm not gonna pretend like I love that. So Because it's very similar to what Eminem used to do. Eminem used to do that whole
Triumph created
thing.
that.
Yeah. So it's interesting how he's going that route because Eminem was the first person to just be like, okay, I'm just going to do a weird fucking voice. I'm just going to fucking play around with it because I'm getting bored probably. That's probably what happened with Eminem. I was getting bored, so I just decided to do that. But anyway, back to my original point. We totally got sidetracked. But I do believe that Kanye is at the top of your mountain because of that reason. He allowed people like you to come in and say, hey, guys, it's okay. You can be a black nerd and still be into all this stuff. So check this out.
Right, the backpack. And that was, you're right, because that was a huge thing for him in the beginning, which was I had the pink polo.
Yeah.
They didn't want me because I had the polo, but I kept doing it, right?
Right. Don't get me wrong. You had artists, lesser known artists, like say somebody like Murs. Murs is somebody who's not as known as Kanye, but he'll still make a song like a song that you would probably love, like
it's an insult whenever you
light skin, dark skin white girl. What the fuck is the name of that song? Dark skin white girl.
DSWG. She got that mochaccino baby on the back of the bus. If you close your eyes and listen, she would be one of us.
Right.
Never did trust her family at home, so she kicked it in the hood. Raised herself.
So it's basically a song about white girls who just have way too much ass and way too much attitude and how they so what I'm
sounds
saying.
pretty good so far. What are you talking
so
about?
he's a guy that you would love. Murs is a guy that you would love. He's vouching for white women and saying that they get hated on by black girls and whatever. But Murs is sort of that person, but it just didn't explode the way it
His
did.
hair is, oof, my God.
Yeah. It's kind of Basquiat-ish at one point. I don't know if he cut it.
I hope so. Shit's I'm gonna punch it.
yeah. But that's why Kanye's at the top of your mountain. So will you agree or disagree with that?
I would have to agree. I think you bodied me just now because
this isn't a debate.
It is because it's sort of like it's like an impressionistic art style and that's what it is. I think I really do look at hip hop the same way I do painting. It's like how douchey will I get during this? Look, it's like you have Tupac, Biggie, all those guys, Nas. They established this hyper realism of painting. They're like the Rembrandts, and it's like okay, that's great, but that shit exists. Now let's see what we can do if we just start mushing, like where the Van Goghs and stuff. Like that's when fucking painting started getting crazy, and that's the kind of painting I'm more attracted to.
Kanye would be the Van Gogh.
What was that?
Kanye would be the Van Gogh.
Probably a bit.
Or am I getting lost in this analogy?
No, you're not. Would he be? The Van Gogh of rap is whatever guy.
This analogy, it's got me so lost, bro. I'm lost in the analogy, bro.
You can come back, man, to the flat existential mind. Name me a rapper who's kind of weird, never got his due, and mutilated himself at some point.
Rapper who never got his due, mutilated himself at some point,
and died before he got big.
And died before
people
big.
realized.
This is what Van Gogh's ear.
That's
Why did he
Van
cut it
Gogh.
off? By the way,
he wanted to mail it to some chick because he was
fucking idiot. He's an idiot. Just wants to mail it to some
You should
chick.
listen to Beige Phillip. He would fucking dummy.
Gotta value yourself. That's John Travolta.
Hey, man.
I work on my hair a long time, and you just
Dude, that is so bad. My hair,
No, okay, John Travolta battle. Hold on, and then we'll get to all this existential stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Are you okay? I'm going now. You're listening to Double D's right now. I'm John Travolta. You guys need to get the Skitcast because it's a masterclass in the theater of the mind. I was in Face Off with Nicolas Cage, and I work on my hair a long time, and you just hit it.
Oh my God. Hey, listen, you guys need to know this, man. I'm on the Double D's podcast right now. Dear Spec told me to come on, man. This shit is kind of nuts. Because I'm on this podcast.
Why is he a black guy though? I mean,
What was that?
at least my guy was Italian.
No, dude, mine is.
At least he was a Goomba. He's a Goomba.
I'm the fucking best, dude. Give me a rapper who died, who was pretty good and experimental, and died before people really started getting into him.
Shorty Low. I'm joking. I'm just.
Oh no, you see
No,
how
I don't want to make a joke.
He
I'm
did
sure
die?
Yeah, he died in a car crash just the other day. It's sad shit.
But he had his hits. I'm talking about the guy who did not have one fucking hit.
Okay.
Suffered and was poor most of his career, and then died, and then people loved him.
That would be Old Dirty if he was a solo artist. If Old Dirty Bastard was a solo, I can't think of anybody. So
I mean, yeah, sure, Old Dirty, yeah, but he was very his style.
Okay, forget
though.
about being mutilated. Just let's say just who never got his fair share. Big L.
Let me Google him.
Big L was killed, I think, in the late 90s, I believe it was, and then around that, short after that, I think the Big Picture was released, which was his most notable piece of work. I think Big L is an example of someone who, after they died, they became a legend. He was respected. He was respected when he was alive. There's a famous freestyle of him and Jay-Z just going back and forth. But this is back then when Jay-Z was definitely a different kind of rapper. This is when Jay-Z would rap with a lot of double takes, where he would be like, I give it, I got it. I get it together like a savage, and no, I don't have it. I'm losing my P's and Q's and carrots. So he was a different rapper back then, and Big L kind of had that style too, but Big L just did it better. So they had this freestyle when they went back and forth, and Big L was clearly the more seasoned person. He had salt on him.
He died. He died when he was 24. So what would have?
What was it in the late 90s?
99. You're right.
When was the Big Picture released? I think the Big Picture was released later that year. I think.
Big Picture 2000. So
Okay. Next year. Yeah. So then it was. Then after that, he became a legend in a lot of people's eyes. Do
you think he would have been really big?
I don't know, man. There's like this real thing in the city that I think should always be considered of how big would Jay-Z have been had Biggie died? How big would Jay-Z have been? If you think about a person who indirectly capitalized so much off the death of Biggie, it was Jay. Jay capitalized off it so much, and it's not even, it sounds malicious, but it's true. He
filled the gap or something?
He filled it. And that's the, that's the thing that tends to happen is, there can only be one. That's what that's the narrative that we feed into.
Nice.
That there can only be one person that can take us there. There can only be that one savior. And I've spoken about this before where I feel that there's a lot of religious ties to that. I think that's there's where Christianity it seeps through every part of culture, and it even seeps through rap, because we always believe like there's one dude who's gonna take us there. There's Jesus, there's Neo. And in New York, where it's the essence of everything, like people love to say, that's how it had to be. That's what the Jay and Nas beef was about. Is like Nas put it, it was about because in order for him to be the Don, Nas had to go. So Nas had this very like mobster sort of analogy for it. Like in order to be the top guy, you got to take out the top guy. That's how it is here in New York. So I would argue that if Biggie didn't die, how big would Jay-Z have been? And if Big L wouldn't have died, I don't know, man. Maybe he would have just ended up. Big L probably would have been in that Jada space, which is a guy that's pretty much been respected all his career, and he's had little hits here and there. Because Jadakiss has had, what's Jadakiss's biggest solo hit? His biggest solo hit was it Y or was it Knock Yourself Out? It was one of those two. Why?
I can't tell the difference between Jadakiss and Young Jeezy.
No, stop it. Stop. I'm not going to listen to this. Turn your mic off.
Dude, I don't. I mean, Jeezy. Yeah, Jeezy. Aha! Yeah, nigga, I'm serious.
Well, right? In their you mean their face?
Yeah, they look very similar.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, their music, I think. Yeah, Jeezy's a very, very raspy, right? Mm-hmm.
Well, man, look. So yeah, I think we're getting to a lot of detours, but yeah,
Oh no, we'll come back.
Yeah, we'll come back.
The point I'm trying to make: Preacher in the Flat Plains, way better.
That's it.
God, that was a heavy detour. But
Yeah,
we're
it's
back.
a very
We're back.
heavy detour.
Look, Preacher and the Flat Plains. Why do I like that? Because Preacher reminds me of the comic Preacher. Okay, Garth Ennis, awesome. The Flat Plains. I like the concept that Hopsin is in the front. He's like, I'm Preacher, and these are the Flat Plains. Of course, these guys would never allow themselves to be referred to as like you're just the object that's in the background. But it's kind of a new concept, right? The idea of these rappers just being like, I'm Preacher in the Flat Plain. Like it's like Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. You know, it's like
Martha Reeves and the Vandellas.
You know, there's a Motown group.
Okay.
I don't know why that's the first one I thought of, but yeah, they're in the background just supporting you, and they're like they co-sign whatever weird.
Well, if
shit
I
he
could just
says.
interject for just one little second there, if I could say that one thing, I just like to mention that I'm 52 years old, and I used to be in a doo-wop group. Back in the day called the Van Slatons, and the Van Slatons were a group that was formulated by me and my cousin Derek. Derek was from
wasn't your first song called something like "Where Are We Going" or something?
Where We Going was the very first. Yeah, that's very good, man. You're like Nardwuar, man. Yeah. So Where We Go was a conceptual track that I had came up with when we were at
dude, I'm
the
such a big
McDowell's
fan.
diner.
You gotta sing us a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Where
So live on the double two. What's the name of the show?
Double twos.
Double twos. Yeah, you and that other weird motherfucker. All right, let's go. So doo-wop. Where we going? Where we going?
All right, that's all right. Great, good job. I love that song.
Going. Thank you.
Thanks, Directions Guy.
Directions Guy. I like that tune, dude. That was a really
yeah. It was a pretty good track. It's too bad like his other people in his band got shot and killed right after the song got released. You know, it was pretty rough.
That's inaccurate, man. But I'll let you stay with that one. All right, young blood. I see you. All right, Directions Guy.
But Preacher in the Flat Plains sounds like a Motown group. There's something about that because it'd be like, look, man, we want to go back to the past when things were great. We want to make America great again in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we're all voting Trump too, man. We're gonna be performing. Preacher in the Flat Plains is gonna be performing at the Trump rally. Okay. We want to show that blackness is not always what you see. It's more than meets the eye.
So this is you basically saying, I think what we're arguing here in this battle, that Mr. Looney 19 and that Mean Mike are having, is that Preacher in the Flat Plains would mean that Hopsin is the lead singer.
Yes.
Okay. Now what I'm saying is that this group would work more better if Cudi was the lead singer. Because if you use the flat existential listen, I see what Looney did. I see what he did. He put flat, and that's obvious. B.O.B. Like I said,
obviously flat.
That's obvious, and the mind is obviously Hopsin. But existential, there's so much there. It's like Cudi. You don't even have to. You just call him existential. It's like he can just be very meta. He's like, I am existentialism. Like he is existentialism. So you don't even have to dress anything that he's done within his work. It's just he's Cudi. He's the man on the moon. And it's more like a cult. I feel like their ethos.
What is a flat existential mind show like?
A flat existential mind show is kind of like what a Yeezy show used to be like. It's not far from it. Okay, here's what we'll do. You had a very interesting video on your channel. About give me an artist and a film director that would all right, shut the fuck up, don't elaborate too much. Okay. I just love how I shitted on you right there. He's like, yeah man. Go ahead, elaborate.
All right, on my channel I'm having a little contest where basically you pair a film director with a musician, and whichever one I like the most, whichever pairing I think will be most interesting, filmmaker living or dead, artist living or dead. So Kurosawa, Kanye, David Lynch, Big L. Name a director. Who's your favorite director?
I don't think I have a favorite director. I'm not into.
All right. Well, like I don't know. Aronofsky and Big Pun, whatever the fuck. And I'm gonna make an
The
illustration.
Coen brothers. Okay.
The Coen brothers, big pun. What would that be like? I don't know. So, yes, but yeah, just think about that, and I'll speculate on it, make an illustration based on the one I like the most.
Okay, so how would so your question is, how would an existential mind show be?
Yeah,
It would be
white robes.
okay. It would be 3 platforms. All of them would be flat Earths, right? All of them would be flat Earths. There'd be a huge one in the center, and there'd be 2 along the side. Smaller surfaces, not as big as the surface in the middle, right? So you have smoke that emerges from the bottom. And Cudi is standing the whole show. Cudi is standing on the main platform because, and mind you, the main platform is above the other 2. It's not just larger. They're not side by side. So whenever Cudi addresses them, like when they talk in the middle of songs, Cudi looks down at Hopsin and he looks down at B.O.B. He looks down at both of them. Because that's where they are in his mind. In his existential mind, that's like the group. This is all about Cudi. So in his flat existential mind, even his band members are in the distance and beneath him. You're beneath me. There's a song on their album that's called
platform
Beneath
movable?
Me.
Does it elevate itself so
Excuse
you can
me?
push
Excuse
him?
me? What was it? So he can push himself up further.
Like, bzzz, he holds a button and it just pushes them farther away.
Exactly. The mechanism only works where his platform goes up and their platform goes down. So by the end of the show, there's like a 24-foot difference between and they're totally okay with it, by the way. They're totally on board with being the other guys. Dude, and this is why I believe that the flat existential mind fits.
All right, that's pretty good. However, Preacher and the Flat Plains show. Let me paint a little picture for you guys in your little tiny brain holes.
Okay.
Flat existential. I'm sorry, Preacher the Flat.
Already, see, it's working.
Fuck you.
Brandon.
Preacher and the Flat Plains show. You go in there. It's a nice little warehouse. You step in, and the first thing you see and you notice, it's like the fucking 1940s again. What the fuck? It's crazy. You know, down the way that people are dressing? Yeah. That's nuts. They're all wearing those fucking high waters and shit. No one has their phone out either. That's weird. You got to turn your phone in at the door. How crazy is that? That's nuts. Mm-hmm. You got to interact with people socially, but it's also segregated. All right, that's when it gets crazy. Okay. It's really like the past. All right, we remind everyone in the past, it's not only segregated by ethnicities, by gender too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
White girls and white guys separated, black girls, black guys separated, Latino guys and Latino girls. It's all separated into groups. How crazy! Preacher in the Flat Plains is about to come out, right? Everyone's enjoying themselves, sort of, talking to each other.
This is the fan experience of the show. I like this.
Yes. They're sort of they're enjoying each other, and it's like a church. Preacher comes out. Hey, everybody! I want you to thank you guys for coming out here. All right, I want to thank you all for coming out to this awesome show. We're gonna talk a lot about stuff. We're gonna talk about life. We're gonna change your life. We're gonna make your life fucking better. All right, and we're gonna do this by bringing out the Flat Plains. Okay.
Okay.
Now, B.O.B. and Kid Cudi literally are rolled out on 2 planes onto the stage.
Okay.
And then that's when the first song happens. I'm just giving you a little taste. All right, it's a little taste of Preacher in the Flat Plains. And during their songs, he's like, "You know what? You fucking suck. Get out of here." And if he sees a chick whose shirt is too low, someone take her the fuck out of here. All right, bring her back to my dressing room. She's not dressed
sort of
well.
Trumpish. Like get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Beat it. All right, this is a Trump fundraiser. You can't be dressed like that. Fuck out of here. You're just too sexy. Okay. If you're sexy like that, you gotta come back to my room. All right, not in the crowd.
Because Hopsin is the ultimate Puritan.
Yes, and he's wearing. I forgot this part. Damn, he's wearing the Puritan outfit.
Puritans.
The hat with the buckle on it, and his shoes. His shoes have have buckles on them, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what it is. Preacher of the flat plains.
You guys let us know whose show would you rather go to. I mean, well, Dom did walk you through the experience that you'll be having as a fan, so I guess that might sound. I can't think of how the existential mind. I don't.
Can I help you with the existential mind?
It doesn't. No, it doesn't matter because it's all about Cudi. Don't you get it? It doesn't matter about.
Yes, and I will help you. I will help you.
No. Don't add. Don't add.
I would like to add.
No. Let them run on the merits of both of our imaginations and just let it be. I'm not adding to your show, sir. Don't insult the existential mind.
You actually did add.
How?
You added the Puritan hat, and you were right.
Yeah, because I called him a Puritan. He is a Puritan. I'm not saying it's a part of the show.
It is a part of the show now.
Puritan. He is a fucking Puritan. No. So I would rather go to the Flat Existential Mind show because
But you didn't even say what happens during the show, so it's so vague.
Look, don't you get it? You don't understand. It doesn't matter how you feel about the show. It's all about Cudi.
So what happens when you buy a ticket?
It doesn't matter.
What does that mean?
It doesn't matter.
What happens when you go to this Flat Existential Mind show?
Listen, this is the ethos. It does not matter.
It doesn't matter?
It's all about his existential mind.
But it's a show. At a show, you got to perform.
No.
What happens at the show?
Listen. It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
No, it doesn't.
No.
It doesn't
Now you're
matter,
fucking
rapper.
with me.
Listen.
You're fucked up now.
No,
I gave you
okay.
a show.
What?
You don't even have a show.
No.
This isn't a show you're talking about.
This speaks to why he is truly okay. So your point in that Hopsin would be the preacher is that Hopsin
I have a show. At
Hopsin,
least.
okay, you have a show. That's fine.
Right. Okay.
So Hopsin is so above them, right? Because he's the one that says, "Bring these fucking stupid idiots out in planes. Like, let me humiliate these idiots." Aha! I'll go a step further. And say that it does not matter what the relationship is or the entertainment value of the show. He doesn't fucking care. I am pitching this through the mind of Kid Cudi, through the existential mind. It does not matter. It doesn't
matter.
It's of to no concern
Is
to
he
him.
even there at the show? Is it just a drawing of him?
It might be. It might be. And you know what? Pay fucking $80 for nosebleed.
No.
seats.
It's not 80. It's like 800. It costs a lot of money to see the existential mind
because
show.
it takes a lot of money to operate the whole the
Look,
hydraulic
here's all I'm
system.
saying is this:
He's still gonna
acknowledge that
fucking
it's a show.
corrupt it. You're trying to corrupt what this show is. Listen. Some shows, look. Understand this for a second.
This is the weirdest fucking argument we've had.
No. But this goes to the argument of what I say it exhibits the biggest amount of pretension.
I hate it so much.
To be pretentious is to provide nothing and to not be concerned with how it works in relation to the consumer. It doesn't matter. All right? That's why when you watch The Tree of Life, as I've said 1,000 times, that's why it does not matter that you see Sean Penn staring out into his big fucking corner office and then him running through a grassy field with Brad Pitt and then the shot of the moon and a shot of a girl falling into an ocean of water. It doesn't matter. And that's why the Existential Mind show works to be the most pretentious piece of work that this trio could possibly create. It doesn't matter about your experience.
Is it a show or not? What is it?
Listen,
am I going to as a fucking...
I'm describing this in character, okay? You wanna jump out, and I refuse to. You want to jump outside of the sandbox that we created for this group. The sandbox that I created is that I'm mentally picking why this would be the best name for the group. So my mentality is also in line with that. In the fact that since Cudi is the lead singer, that's how I'm thinking right now. I am thinking that I am the group leader of the Existential Mind, and you're asking me what's the experience of the show. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
That's
fucking matter.
infuriating to me. That is infuriating.
And that's why
That is fucking infuriating. Like, tell me what. Oh my god.
Don't worry about it.
It
You just come
doesn't
fucking
matter.
stand there and just fucking look at me while I ascend into the
roof of the venue.
Jesus Christ, that is terrible.
The roof of the venue. I'm leaving. I'm gone. I don't want to be here anymore. Look, he can walk out in the middle of a show, and you went there. You went there at that risk. Like, nothing has to go wrong. He'll just walk off in the middle of a song, and then Hopsin and B.O.B have to finish the song. That's it. It's it. See, Hopsin cares about the fans. He cares about the experience of the fans. Enough to the point,
he does.
Enough to the point where he's looking to be a fucking tyrannical piece of shit by separating everyone. I thought what you were gonna say was he wants to take all the white women for himself. So
I mean, it might happen.
right.
Listen, all the white babes, come this way.
So one thing we could agree on is that B.O.B is Chris Bosh, basically.
I don't know who that is.
Chris Bosh was the third member of the Miami Heat trio with Dwayne Wade and
So he's like Tails.
LeBron James. Yeah, he's like Tails. He's like
Why didn't you say
Bono.
that?
He's Meg.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's not bad, right?
B.O.B. No, B.O.B. is not a bad.
No,
not
I'm
by any
saying
measure,
Chris
no.
Bosh.
Chris Bosh is the reason why Chris Bosh gets such a bad rap is because he's a bit of a softie. He's a big guy. He's a big man, but he's not very, he's not as tough as nails. So he's sort of like this new age big man, very high paid, and that type of shit. But
you know what? What's gonna happen is I have this set. I do want to know which show you guys would rather go to, but Mr. Looney 19 and Mean Mike, you're both getting little quack drawings.
oh,
Yeah, I have to. It's, your explanation, as much as I hate it, that is way too entertaining for me. It probably tells you something about me, even though I hate it and it makes me scream. The concept of this show that's not a show, it is fucking hilarious. Because look, okay, I have to get into this. I have to.
okay.
If you go to a Flat Existential Mind show, listen, I have the fan of Flat Existential Mind.
Okay.
They are so deep into Kid Cudi's anus that they will buy a ticket that costs $400
And not know what they're getting into.
Yes. Right.
Yes.
They will go to the
They don't
show.
care.
And it's like, it's not even a show. Like, they don't even know what it is.
Yes. He could be there, like you said. It could
It
be a
might
cardboard
be a
cutout.
a drawing of him on the fucking piece of paper.
It's like you go there, you walk through all the merch, and you get out of the bathroom, and you go into the venue, and then you look up, and you see the big platform in the middle, and you're like, oh, fuck, he's not here tonight. But you just paid $500.
Right. They wouldn't say, fuck, because you bought into it, right?
Okay,
So
true,
it's
true.
like, oh, it's fucking art. And I guarantee you they're going to fall to their knees and cry and hug each other. It's
a cult. It's more of a cult more than anything, and that's why Kid Cudi would be the leader. I do this for the depressed minds, the flat existential minds.
And he says that for like fucking 2 hours, and people are just like clapping.
Because I was, I was a singer in that group. What I'd like to do right now is I'd like to approach Hopsin about the opportunity to actually be his manager for the Preacher and the Flat Planes. What's up, Hopsin?
There's no fucking way that's happening. I manage my own shit.
Listen, man. If what you would do is you just get like 3 nice seersucker suits, seersucker, those nice suits with the stripes on them, and you guys just you put on cabana hats.
How about I have something for you? You
yeah.
want to be a manager? How about you say a sentence without stuttering? Directions guy.
What's actually funny that you should say it, because I used to take speech courses on 43rd and Hamilton Street, and on Hamilton Street there was this Burger King on the corner, and I knew a girl named Lavetta. Lavetta used to be a backup singer for not Wendy Williams. I'm so sorry. She used to be a backup singer for Larissa Dalmis. Larissa Dalmis was one of the most prominent.
Are you done yet? Are you finished or are you done? Because you know what?
I'm done.
I'm not having fun. And you know what else?
Oh, shit.
My soul right now, it weighs a ton.
I'm backing up now. I'm sorry.
And that's when I'm going to drop on you. Just like my new album from Preacher and the Flat Plains. Because you know what? We're not playing games. And you know what else? We don't fuck with any lames. And you know what else? Man, you guys know what I'm saying.
I don't think that
out.
rhymed as well, Hopsin.
It does.
I don't think you guys know what I'm saying.
Yeah, saying rhymes with games.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, gee. Oh, you know what it does rhyme with?
What?
If you're one of these Mumble guys. These guys will rhyme. Lil Uzi Vert did a freestyle on Sway where he pretty much rhymed yeah with yeah every other bar.
Oh, absolutely. That's no surprise. That's what he does.
Lil Uzi Vert, I mean, guys are chasing him down.
Run it through all these groupies. Like yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I did that.
You what bothered me is I actually liked the freestyle. So
of course you did.
Did you?
No, I didn't listen
it's
to
entertaining.
Sway. I didn't listen to Sway freestyle. You know, I'd rather listen to, before I listen to Uzi Vert, I'd rather, God, I always get these guys, Ray Shumard, what's their name? I'd rather listen to them go back and forth together than to hear one person. If I can hear two people going back with those yeahs and sort of transitioning and hyping each other up, that's more enjoyable than listening to one person go run through all these groupies like yeah.
Migos is pretty good with that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Migos is a brainchild for a lot of this shit that we hear today.
Migos though, like if you hear them freestyle, it's like they share a brain.
I don't want to start getting into that. I don't want to talk about Migos.
You know who else does that? Animal Collective. If you listen to them.
No, I don't, sir. I don't.
Animal Collective, back and forth, a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. I'm really excited. Please tell me more. Are you excited about these debates?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very excited. I hope Trump starts peeing on the stage. Everything with me, every punchline I ever make is about dicks. Yes, I know.
Associated with dicks, yes.
Yes, I hope Trump just starts peeing while Hillary talks, and I will just have the best time of my life. I hope he wets his pants and says, "That's what I think."
That's what I think about your foreign policy.
God, I'm such a child.
This Monday, right? This Monday,
yeah,
the debates will
I'm
go.
Supposed to go out with a girl.
No, don't go. This is gonna be so entertaining to watch.
Damn, I know. I gotta figure something way out. I gotta do something.
You gotta go to a bar and watch it or something like that.
I don't want that either. I want to hear I don't want to hear the fucking liberals in this area yelling every time.
That's true.
I gotta hear everything he says.
You're a fascist.
Yeah, they're gonna like racist. I mean, yeah, which is probably why am I Nancy Grace? Racist. Yeah, I gotta hear what he says because it's gonna be the most funny shit. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of that one.
Well, you know, a very good commentary on debating strategy that I heard from someone is not from someone. I heard from a source. I mean, an online source. Where they said that Hillary's biggest mistake will be to sell herself as the outsider. The outside.
How could she possibly?
Well, the outsider meaning, you know, I'm a woman. You know, that's why the woman stuff can't really. She can't use that as a tool. You know, like all that goofy shit that she says. What is it? I'm with her or whatever the fuck. No. She goes,
If I'm pulling out the woman card, then deal me in.
Yuck.
Oh man.
Yuck.
And what's even more disgusting is to hear her supporters say it with her at the same time. Deal me in. Oh god. She can't use it because Trump is the outsider. He is. It doesn't matter.
He really is.
He trumps you, no pun intended. He trumps you being a woman. It doesn't matter. He is not a career politician. He is so unconventional. He's an even bigger moron than any other presidential candidate before him. But he understands something. There's an intelligence to Trump, and if you don't understand it, then you're not a very
Please continue to respect.
Yeah.
I like what you're saying now. Go on.
What you have to understand about Trump is that as extravagant as everything that he presents is, he's fully aware of it. You know what I'm saying? He's fully
Absolutely.
he's fully aware that you are, sir, and he knows that he's going to get a reaction out of you. And as long as he gets
Correct.
a reaction out of you, you talk about him. And as long as you talk about him,
I will live forever. I'll be immortal. And now you have stumbled on my plan. See, I learned about all of this through Mupluku, okay? I accepted it in my life. He accepted me as well. We're best buds. I actually designed Mupluku's house. Did you know that?
which is like what, like it's just a big shoe.
Mupluku's house is designed after a Yeezy. You know Yeezys, right? Do you respect?
Yeah.
Dominicans don't really know anything. I'm sorry. Look.
Okay.
Look, it's designed after a Yeezy, and that's where Mupluku lives. It's a Trump Yeezy tower that Mupluku lives in. I designed it. Great. Continue.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what you have to understand that about drums. And one thing that you should always appreciate, and I don't care what the fuck anybody says. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about you. And I'm moving to Canada. I don't care about whatever the fuck you say you're gonna do when he's elected. How the world is gonna burn. There is a reason why he's soaring, and one of those other reasons is because of political correctness. It is because of the political correctness that has overran the liberals, people on the left, how they are
humongous,
now
dude.
they are now
humongous.
yeah, it's humongous, right? They are now becoming the police. The language police is taking over, and he is a breath of fresh air. And
he doesn't apologize.
He doesn't apologize, and he is totally fucking retarded. He does not care. He doesn't care. He's an idea at this point.
Yeah.
He's an idea at this point, and it's fighting against that current. And political correctness is taken over so much to the point that somebody like him who doesn't really have any profound to say is he's relieving something. He's giving us something that we don't get. Not everybody who follows Trump is a racist. Not everyone is. So, obviously people like people for different reasons, as I've spoken about so many times before. But yeah, that would be a big mistake if she chose to do that. And also, what I also want to say to close is, I can't wait till we have one of those town hall debates, which I think is like the second one or maybe the last one, where they're sitting down and it's so awkward because they have to get up and talk. It's so fucking awkward. I love it. I loved watching. I love watching Mitt Romney against Obama. Just these two cuckolds. These two cucks.
You called Obama a cuck?
He's a cuck.
How?
Obama's a cuck.
No, he's not, dude.
He's
He's smashing mad puss.
But it's just he's just a
Don't tell
very
me Obama-
polite, very well-mannered man. Okay, that doesn't necessarily make him a cuck. But
Obama sneaks chicks into the basement to have sex with.
Just the way that when they were trying to interrupt each other, and they're just like these very two polite, educated men. It's like, well, excuse me, sir. I'm sorry. Well, I disagree. I say that Senator Romney, Governor Romney, is totally inaccurate in what he is saying, because my dick is not indeed broken. My dick is fully functional, and that's why I endorse Hillary Rodham Clinton as your president of the United States of America. Now, please, Dominic Raburn, do not attempt to be me, because it has been shown time and time again that you will lose this battle because my cadence is just that damn good.
All I'm going to say, I'm not going to give a fuck.
Too many
about what you just said.
Too much of that.
And I'm also going to say, what I should have done is when I had to endorse Hillary, I should have said that she's a bitch. And, she's a fucking bitch, and you shouldn't vote for her. It doesn't matter if she has a pussy, okay? I'll cut my dick off right now and run again as a woman.
Yeah. And run again as a woman. Yes, I'm looking very forward to the debates. I can't wait. It'll be a treasure. And I also want to say that tonight I'm going to see Joey Diaz.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm gonna see fucking Joey Diaz, cocksucker. Gonna see.
It's your second time. I'm jealous, man.
Go see Coco Diaz.
Is he your favorite guy right now?
He's not my favorite comedian, but Joey is amazing live. Joey is.
But you don't. That's the last comedian you've seen, and you live in
New
York.
No,
you
the last comedian that I saw was Maron.
Okay, but you could see anybody, and you see Maron and Diaz more than anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, and they're totally different. But what I love about Joey is you really do go in for an experience. You do go in just to listen to a 50-something-year-old fat Cuban guy talk to
Eddie.
you.
Is he Eddie?
Is he? It's what Eddie looks like, in person.
Eddie's
Absolutely.
person. Yeah, Eddie's kind
That's
of.
Eddie. That's Eddie. Except for the fishbowl on set. But he, just to talk about Coke stories. And when I listen to him say these stories, I try to imagine these images, and it's interesting to listen to. He's not a punchline comedian, but it's great. It's just great to hear him tell you these stories, and then afterwards you get to take a picture with him, you get to meet him, and he's very personable. It's very good. It's great, man. Great experience. You're drunk as fuck. I got an edible just on deck.
So you're gonna do what? A quarter of that Fruit Loop
I'm
song
gonna
you just
fucking
showed
do
me?
fucking yeah, man. I'm gonna do like a fucking quarter of it.
Have you tested out the quarter before?
Oh yeah. I've tested it out before.
How
Quarter's
bad
more
does
than
it
enough.
get?
It's more than enough. I should.
How
probably do
bad
that.
does it get? You see, like I've already like.
It can get pretty bad depending on if I don't have to be responsive to people, if I don't have to talk to too many people, it's fine. I'm just gonna go with a couple friends, which is fine, and that's it. They're already gonna know I'm high. I don't have to fucking perform. I don't have to do anything. I can't do a podcast on an edible, but I can sure as hell watch a fucking show.
Who's opening? Do you know?
No, I didn't know. It's just one person opened last time. He was pretty good, and I saw the other guy once since then. Another time since then, he was pretty funny. But I don't know.
Who else do you really want to see? Top on the list.
Top list. I mean,
Besides
obviously-
Carlin.
Who you making fun of me? Well, obviously, I want to see CK. You saw him recently.
Yeah.
I definitely want to see CK. I want to see Marin again. I want to see Hannibal Buress.
I'm gonna see him in a few weeks.
Oh, really? Oh, awesome, man. I'd really love to see Hannibal. I'd love to see Amy Schumer, but I think she'd probably be very expensive. I'd see Daniel Tosh.
Yeah, I think he'd be funny too.
Yeah, I'd see Tosh. He would be great. Chappelle, obviously, that's one you have to throw out there. I'd pay to see Dave Attell. I'd definitely see Dave Attell.
Attell's great. I've seen him.
Oh, you seen Attell? Yeah, I
Really
definitely
good.
see Attell. Burr, absolutely, man. I would love to see all those comedians, but some people
You
would
didn't
just.
mention Rogan. Are you interested in Rogan?
I would be definitely interested if Rogan did a live podcast. I'd be more interested in that than I would a Rogan comedy routine. It's just Rogan's just a little too expensive. It's like, see, my friend and I were going back and forth because he recently went to go see Schoolboy Q, and I didn't want to go with him because the ticket was $50, and I said I'm not going to pay $50 to see Schoolboy Q.
That part.
Yeah, I'm not. I think Schoolboy Q's great, and if I'm not mistaken, Joey Badass opened for him. I've seen Joey Badass before, and A Boogie opened up for him. You don't know who A Boogie is. I'm not gonna go through who he is, but he's just a new rapper. So he was telling me that, why don't you want to go see him? I said because he's good, but he's not that good. And then later that night, we saw a Hannibal Buress bit where Hannibal was talking about going to see people, but categorizing them in degrees of like how much you're willing to pay. So Hannibal's like, well, he's good, but he's not $80 good. It's like, so everybody has that thing where there $20 to $30 really makes a difference because it's a statement when you go see somebody for $100. You're saying you're a $100 act, and I don't believe the Schoolboy Q's a $50 act. I just don't. Nope.
What's it worth to you? Like 30?
30. I think he's a $30. I'll pay $30 to see Schoolboy Q. I'm not paying 50. I'm not paying 50 so you can fucking yell at me and say blank face 40 times. I'm just with the blank face. Hey, on my thing. All bad bitches that want to fuck me on the blank face.
What the fuck?
I'm good.
Blackface.
Yeah, blank face. Then say blank face. I'd love to see him perform Man of the Year. That'd be fun. Collard Greens. I think he has
That part.
Yeah, that part. I think he has great records, but it's just him live. Nah. Sorry, dog. Sorry, doggy. Sorry, doggy.
Jesus.
No.
Why is that so funny?
Blankface.
Yeah. So
Thanks for coming with me to the Flat Existential Show. Aren't you having
yeah,
such a good time? right
I
now?
only came because you fucking paid. I mean, this is ridiculous. What's everyone's standing around wearing
I'm
white?
so abundant in resources right now because I listen to this group. Oh, wait a minute. Cudi's about to make his very first sermon. Hold on just a second.
Yeah, we've been waiting here for like 5 hours.
The
Dude. He
world.
hasn't said- He's not saying anything. What are you humming to?
Nothing needs to be said when you go to
What
a
are you
Flat
talking
Existential
about?
Mind show.
Dude, if you like, I like Preacher in the Flat Plains. It's like way better. Like You go to one of those shows. Hopsin takes your girl. It's fucking awesome. It's great, man.
That's if you want to go to that show at some point, I will go with you if it's on Groupon or something. But
Yeah, what is he doing now? He's laying there. Cudi's just crying on the stage.
Well, he's not crying. What he's doing is he's extracting his emotions from his tear ducts. Is what he's doing.
He's extracting money out of your fucking pockets. Is what he's doing. God damn.
That
this
may
fucking
be,
sucks.
but I am
This show stinks.
If
And
you stick around, the ceremonial fruit punch will be passed around, and if you
What?
choose to indulge in it, you may. But if you do not, you will be a small being for the rest of your life.
What flavor is it? Kind of thirsty. That was a good app, dude.